Now coming into you and I, now what's your expectation and goals? You and I had the biggest recruiting class, freshman recruiting class ever to come in 1997, and you was part of that. Um, Now going to play with that, as well as having teammates you played in high school with, going to the same school as you.
Great situation with my teammates. You know, like I said, Marcus Riggs grew up across the street from me in Cali, man. And me and Carl, our whole life been involved in sports, actively competing against each other in different teams and throughout the neighborhood of East Chicago. So to have my childhood friends to be able to earn scholarships also, it was a comfort we had. You know, it was familiar faces, so it helped with the transition process from being in East Chicago to being at a college was 98% Caucasian. At least two faces that I saw was guys who I knew my whole life. So the the transition from that was big, man. We came in and at the wide receiver position, I didn't do the research that I should have did because I feel like, okay, I'm big time, Big Ten receiver, whatever. I'm coming to Northern Iowa. I should be like number one on the depth chart when I walked through the door. Walked in and saw I was like third or fourth, and kind of didn't understand that because I didn't do my research. Um, Ended up finding out that we had three NFL wide receivers and future NFL wide receivers in front of me. Alonzo Clayton, who was a senior, he was an All-American. He was getting ready to go play for the. He ended up playing for the Cincinnati Bengals the year after that. Then we had an Ohio State transfer, Mike Furry. Um, he currently still in the NFL wide receiver, and a red shirt freshman by the name of Eddie Berlin, who played like 5 or 6 years with the Tennessee Titans, and he played a year or some with the Bears. Played a couple years with the Bears. So, and another freshman that came in with me named Jake Soliday that ended up playing with the Arizona Cardinals at wide receiver. So it was a shock. You know, I don't even think Florida State got four wide receivers on their team that go to the NFL like that. You know, out of one 4-year group of class. So it was competitive. I mean, I actually saw people that was better than me at my position for the first time, and I was the one, taking pieces of their game and trying to put it in my game and make myself better. So it was a big shock. Not only was it a culture shock to just go against that talent, also going against a DB who had just shut Randy Moss down the year before the one catch, going against him every day in practice. So it was the reason why we was number one in the nation.
Okay. So how did you fare as a true freshman?
True freshman year was frustrating. Uh, kind of don't know why the coaches didn't send us our playbooks once we signed our letter of intent. The whole coaching staff was kind of brought over from Toledo. That's how they was able to get a lot of the athletes that they shouldn't have been able to get for our recruitment because they was recruiting us at Toledo and they came over to Northern Iowa and they recruited us over to UNI. And they did a good job at their transition stage because a lot of us stayed with those coaches. I mean, those coaches used to come to East Chicago, white coaches, and to be in our house at 10, 11 o'clock at night, eating dinner with us, talking with us. I mean, showing us that they really want us to come in and play. Um, we ran a West Coast offense out here, so it was 3, 4 receiver sets. You had to know how to play all three positions. You could be in the slot, you could be wide out, you half motion and full motion. Playbook was huge. I mean, I had trouble keeping up with the playbook, and also it was so much talent. So freshman year I ended up redshirt. Um, I got better every week though. I just kept learning, kept getting better, kept watching. Like me and Mike ended up bonding, getting a real big bond, and Mike worked for me a lot.
Mike who?
Mike Furry.
Okay.
Mike Furry is still in the NFL right now, and we worked on different things and just learning how to use my size a little better and getting in and out of my breaks. So freshman year was a learning experience. Um, Thought about transferring my freshman year. I mean, 'cause I had a great practice my freshman year, like 2 or 3 great practices where I didn't drop a ball. I mean, I was making big plays, scoring touchdowns, and I didn't move up on the depth chart. But I didn't deserve to move up because they did that every day. I mean, it was the most competition I've been a part of. I mean, it was just frustrating. I had my best practice, and they just go about their day doing that every day. I mean, I feel like it was going to be hard, and I didn't want to sit out. I feel like, man, with my size and my weight and my speed and my jumping ability, I should be playing somewhere. So kind of thought about leaving after that freshman year too.
So you stayed at UNI. Um, come your next year, go to play. What happened with that?
Okay, we had a pretty good spring ball. Spring ball was good, and we came back in for our second year. Started 2-a-days. Everything was going good in 2-a-days. You know, I knew the offense. I was more comfortable with it. And coach came to me after practice one day, and I had took psychology and sociology in summer school. Coach came to me and said, "Hey, you failed social psychology." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." He like I just retake it. He said, "No, you ain't eligible. You can't play." So I mean, that killed me. That was like one of the worst feelings I felt in my life. I mean, just walking back to that locker room, taking my stuff off, like, man, like I can't play this season. So, and it was my fault. It wasn't nobody else's fault but my own. I made a bad decision of going home and taking summer school courses instead of staying out here in Northern Iowa and taking them where I didn't have all the distractions. So I had to sit out my sophomore year, but I still worked out with the team, and I still did other things with the team, preparing to get ready, for what would have been my sophomore season coming up the next year.
Okay. Now, after that 1998 season, um, you and I brought in, well, in 1997, you and I brought in 45 incoming freshmen on scholarship. After the 1998 season, I think 39 of the freshmen left.
Yeah.
Why is that? And you were one of them. And what happened?
Man, I think we all made bad decisions. A couple people made good decisions leaving. Carl Billings, who was fullback to play with me in high school, we went to a one-back offense. Carl's 6 feet, 245, 250-pound fullback. I remember blocking in practice, when it was the one-back, and we had them 4-4 guys, 4-3-5 guys, and they getting around the edge quick, and then, Carl would come in and, he powering it, but it's hard for him to turn that corner on them, the college DNs and, linebackers. So Carl made a good decision in leaving UNI because the offense didn't fit him no more. But that kind of hurt me because, like I said, that's my boy, and we all from the same city. My quarterback, Marcus Reeves, who was actually my roommate, while I'm home at Christmas break, I found out that he flunked out of school. So that hurt me too. Now I lost both of them. So like I was at home over Christmas break, and I just told my uncle, I said, "Man, take me to Iowa. I'm about to go get all my stuff," and I just left. I just left. Bad decision on my part.
When you left Northern Iowa, who did you reach out to from the UNI staff, or who did you reach out to from home?
Um, I reached out to Richards. Coach Richards had stuff already lined up. I mean, it was schools that that I treated like trash. It was like, yeah, we're taking. So it was a line of D2 schools just waiting, for me to play. I also had some connection with my grandfather. He was actively involved in Black Expo. I had a few black colleges. Southern was one of them. They wanted me to transfer there. So basically, that second semester was for me to be home, for me to get my grades, to transfer the next season and go somewhere and play right away.